You know how you have a trip planned and you're super excited about it, from the time that you start packing to the time that you're in the car to the time you're on an airplane and to the time you're actually arriving to the location. Then all of a sudden you get there and everything changes. You realize that the host has not given you sufficient information on how to access the location, how to get in, how to check in, whatever the case may be. And all of a sudden, all your excitement just starts to drop and it starts turning into irritation and frustration. And for some reason, your entire trip just feels like it's been ruined. You guys have experienced that? Because I know I have, right? And so in our business, we've implemented something about 2 years ago that has helped almost eliminate all of those anxious and frustrated and irritated feelings for guests when they arrive to our location. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. So stay tuned. Hey guys, Ladero here. I'm a short-term rental expert that has operated and managed over 20 plus units and serviced over 2,500 guests. And today I'm here to share with you some super tips that'll help you maximize all aspects of your short-term rental business. So this is something that we've implemented in our business almost 2 years ago, like I mentioned, and it has totally helped. About 98% of our guests have no problems, like little to no problems, arriving during the arrival process when they get to one of our units. So what I'm going to actually share with you guys today is what that looks like and a few tips on that and actually some of the tools we use to do that. So what I'm going to actually do right now is just go ahead and turn my screen around. So the locations I'm showing you today, these are locations in our inventory that actually require a key fob to get access to the building. So since we have a lot of units and we have guests coming and leaving at all times, all hours of the day, it is impossible for us as a two-person operation to meet every single guest and give them a key fob, right? And also in our locations, we do not do the exterior lockbox like on the outside of the building that some hosts do. Not saying that's wrong, it's just we decide not to do that. We don't do the exterior lockbox where guests just walk up to a lockbox, open it up, and then they have the key fob there. For us, it creates a problem like, what if the guest doesn't return it, right? So this is how we run our system. So with these locations that require key fob access, we record a video. First of all, this is the very first step. When you're looking at these locations and it feels right, everything fits for you, one of the main questions, I can't believe I'm going to share this with you guys, one of the main questions that you need to ask the leasing associate, the leasing manager, whatever they call themselves is, hey, this is what you say to them. It's like, hey, this may be a weird question, but if a tenant orders a pizza or any kind of delivery service, if a tenant orders a pizza, how does the pizza delivery guy get from the outside of the building to their front door? And when they explain this process to you, you want to make sure you pay close attention because this is the exact same process you have to explain to your guests to be able to get from the outside of the building to the front door of the unit, right? And so this is how we've decided to do it. Again, super tip that we've been using in our business for almost 2 years. That totally works. So once you get that information on how to get from the outside of the building to the front door of the unit, right? Once you get that information from the leasing person, this is the very next thing you do. You take your phone and you record the process of you walking through from the front door to the front door, from the front door to the building to the front door of the unit. You record that entire process, right? And then what you do is you can take a next step. If you're all computer savvy, you can do what we do, and we upload it straight to iMovie, and we just chop it up and put some word and descriptions in to let people know exactly how to do it. And this also helps because even though we have a video, we also like to send people written information as well. Sometimes it can get very lengthy and very wordy, but there are people out there who actually like to read, and there's people out there who like to watch videos. So we cater to both of them, right? And so what we do is after we have the video, we upload that to YouTube, and then we send that to every single guest through our automated system when they confirm their booking. So they get that information immediately. So they have time to watch whether they're booking that same day or whether they're booking 3 months out. They get that information immediately where they can watch the video and kind of feel as if they're, you know, since they're watching me walk through it, they're watching as if they're looking at the camera and watching the video as if they're doing it through their own eyes, right? So that is one of the biggest things that we found success with out of all the things that we've tried that have helped eliminate or alleviate, I should say, a lot of arrival issues for guests. And so I have a few things on the screen I want to show you guys here. Out of how many of these? 5? Just these 5 units, again, that have a security doors that you have to get through with a key fob. These videos have been watched like over 100 times, right? The least one is the newest unit that we brought on, which has only been watched 94 times. But hey, this helps. So again, you know, this is what we do. This is a super tip that I like to use that actually helps our guests not feel so lost when they arrive to our units. So one thing I do want to show you guys, I can't play the whole video. As you guys can see, some of them, they range from 3.5 minutes all the way up to like 5.5 minutes. So I'm not gonna play the entire video for you. Plus, if I did, you know how to get into my unit and that'd just be weird, right? So I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm actually gonna do is I have a little snippet of a video I wanna show you guys just to show you how it actually works. This is an older video. This is one of our very first ones. So we've totally gotten better, better video quality, better editing skills and all that kind of stuff. So I want to show you guys a quick snippet of that. So we'll see how it actually works watching a video through a video. So go ahead and check this out. Now that you guys have actually seen a tiny snippet of a video, next I want to just walk you guys through what we actually use to make this happen, you know, from the camera all the way down to the software. So the first thing is a camera, and I like to keep it super simple, and I use this right here. This is my cell phone. That's all I use as a camera. It doesn't matter if you have an Android or an Apple device, they all work. Just make sure it has a decent camera on it and record the video of you walking through the entire process. That's the whole point, help your guests get through, right? The second thing we like that I'm gonna move into is what we actually use to hold the cameras while we're doing this, no matter if it's iPhone or Android, again, it doesn't matter. The first thing I'm gonna show you is everyone can do it. It's super affordable. Actually, it's, you know, it's real cheap if it's free, right? But here you go. So the first thing that you can actually use, this is how we started off, is cell phone and these two things right here. Boom, your arms. So you hold the, what we do is we just put the phone in your arm, like in your hand like this. I am right-handed, so I'll use my right hand to, you know, help me film all my videos. And I take my other arm, the free one, and I just literally lock it on my elbow. Then I rest this right here on my stomach. And I walk around and record the video just like this. Super easy, you know, easy peasy way to do it. The next thing I want to show you guys is this selfie stick. So this was a huge thing a couple years back. Everyone and their mom had a selfie stick, and they were walking around looking hilarious, taking photos and all this kind of stuff on their trips. So I had a few of these lying around, and so I decided to start using these instead of using my arms, because I was getting a little bit too much of a shaky effect when I was walking around, or especially when I was breathing, because it is resting on my stomach. This will start to happen, right? You'll see me breathing. So then I moved over to a selfie stick, what actually that helped stabilize stuff a little bit more, but it still wasn't perfect. But this is how we use it. So just to show you guys how easy this is, you just take this to your phone, your selfie stick, you just pop the phone right into the selfie stick here. Boom, there we go. And the cool thing about the selfie sticks is they come with this little auxiliary hook right here that you can plug right into your headphone jack. And when you do that, it actually, and you walk around and record, there's a little button right here on the front where your hand goes on the handle. You can actually push this button, click this button, and it'll actually take still photos for you when you're recording, which is fantastic, because that's definitely something you want to have in your video as well, when you want to emphasize the point, like, hey, here's a video of me walking through the garage and I take a picture of, this is a parking space. And it's really nice because then I have all of that I can put inside the video, video and still photos. One thing I do want to say when you're using this method, actually all three methods, is to make sure that you're looking at the camera, like we're looking through the screen at the camera, because this is one thing I did in the past. When I'm recording my videos, I totally look past the phone to just like out of my eyes to make sure I'm seeing everything the right way. But the problem with it, sometimes the phone actually was angled down like this while I'm walking, and the guest is completely missing everything I'm trying to show them. So that is a tip. Just make sure that you have it, you're looking through the screen, the phone screen, sorry, as you're recording your videos. And the last thing I want to show you is totally my favorite. This is my favorite toy, and has been for a while, that I've purchased for this business. It's so fun to use. This puppy right here, it's called a gimbal, and this happens to be a Smooth 4, and oh my gosh, it makes just helps your videos stay super smooth and nice, and it makes really nice, easy transitions. Instead of having like super jittery, there's a stabilizer in here, so you don't have like the super jittery, you don't have the breathing effect like I had in some of my earlier videos. It makes it really nice. And again, this thing I pay like $200 for this maybe, so it's not that expensive at all. Really good price for what it does. So how it works is you put your phone in, you power it up. Let's go ahead and power it up here, and it does a little vibration, like that it is on. And once it's on, you just take it out of standby mode by flicking the handle here. And what it does is tries to calibrate, and it figures out the weight of your phone and all this kind of stuff. And boom, it gives me 2 vibrations letting me know that it's ready to be used. And it works really awesome. So what it does, there's some buttons on the back. So depending on what you're trying to do, you read the instruction manual, right? You can press the buttons on the back and it'll lock onto a target that you want. And I just have it just stay focused and straight on whatever's in front of the camera. And when I move the camera, as you guys can see this, or I move my hand, I can turn all these different kind of ways, and it does its best to keep the camera stable. So that's what I really like about this tool. And again, it's like $200. You can find it cheaper. There's some more expensive ones out there, but this is the one that I chose, and I really, really like it. Yeah, so that's it. Those are the things that we use when we're recording our videos. Again, we try to keep it super simple. And the thing that we dump all the videos into is iMovie. Then we chop them up and edit it up and put some captions on it so guests can have additional information while they're watching the videos. And then we just upload it to YouTube. That's it. Super simple. We do not make it complicated at all. The longest part about this whole process is actually going out to the unit, recording the video, making sure we get it right, then bringing it back home. Just like dumping it in iMovie, chopping it up, and putting it on YouTube. Super easy, like I did say. So that's how we do it. There you guys go. That is a super tip that we've been using in our business for almost 2 years now, with the pleasure of serving over 2,500 guests. So if you're already hosting, hopefully this tip will actually help you become a much better host. And if you're just starting out or you're wanting to get started, reach out to me. Let's connect so we can get you moving. Talk to you guys later.